Hi guys, I thought I'd bring you something a bit different today because I'm a big fan of the Black Library books and especially the Horus Heresy, hence me getting involved with the Crusade really. And I've just finished the last couple of books in the series, so Outcast Dead, take the light out a little bit, Outcast Dead and Aurelian. So for those who are not familiar with the Horus Heresy, the Horus Heresy books are about 15, 16 books in now, and it's the story of how Horus and 8 other Primarchs turned against the Emperor and eventually led to the Chaos Space Marines being formed, and it was all set in Warhammer 30,000 essentially. So this book is the most recent one, Outcast Dead, by Graham McNeil. Really good book. Not the normal kind of book you'd associate with the Heresy. A lot of them are just kind of, you know, boom, blast, explosions, war, stuff like that, which you see a lot in, you know, Fulgrim, Mechanicum. There's also subtle hints in this one, subtle hints to the past in a lot of them, as there are in this one. This one really allows you to see how the Psykers of Warhammer 40,000 work, how the battle Psykers project their power, how astropaths send and receive messages, which is really cool, but also allows you to sort of see the mentality of some of the legions. There's a really cool sort of view on the World Eaters in here, and some really interesting stuff about the pre-unification, if you know your background. So about the Thunder Warriors and stuff like that. But I'm not going to give away any spoilers. I'd just say I'd recommend reading it. It's a very different one and you have to give it a little bit of time. It takes a while to get into it, but it's a very good book overall. And you also get to see the damage that Magnus the Red causes when he forces his psychic sort of self onto Earth to warn the Emperor. So it's a really cool kind of way of looking at both sides of the coin, because you don't see very much of that in Thousand Sons. So yeah, that one's the Outcast Dead. I can recommend that one, but one I'd recommend more is actually this one here, Aurelian. So Aurelian is our it is a limited edition novella, same as Promethean Sun, if you guys have seen that. Absolutely stunning cover. So you've got an avatar of Cain, and who I thought was Fulgrim to start with, that's actually Lorgar over in the background, and you know, holding his massive war mace there, and it just gives you an idea of what the Primarch looks like, which is really cool. Being a novella, it's quite a short story, but you also get that piece of artwork again. Where is it? Somewhere here. Oh, it's a fold out one, my apologies. You get that artwork again in the middle, so even more, you know, in depth, which is really cool. I don't know whether you can see this, but Lorgar's cloak is sort of spewing out behind him, and you've got all his, let's see if I can bring this up, loads of scripture and writing written on it, which is really cool. Just sort of, you know, the standing in the bale wind of the Avatar being destroyed. And it also has some artwork penned supposedly by Lorgar himself, describing what the Avatar of Cain is, which is really quite cool. As well as some artwork of Magnus the Red, who is featured in this book, and the book that Lorgar pens, or at least the symbol behind it before he turns into the word bearer that we know and love in Warhammer 40,000. So I was lucky enough to get this signed by Aaron Dembski-Bowen as well. So it's a cool book. Again, I won't reveal the storyline to you, but you start realising just how nails Lorgar can be. He's a little bit of a kind of warrior poet, as it were, in First Heretic, and he doesn't do very well against a brother Primarch. Again, I won't put spoilers in there for you, but he starts really kind of realising himself in Aurelian and becoming this nails character that even Horus has problems controlling. So I'll leave it at there, guys, but if you get a chance to have a read of this, it's such a superb book. Probably one of my favourite short story books of the series, just for that, like how it brings together Lorgar in its totality, really. So it's a fantastic book. So those are the 2 Horus Heresy books I wanted to show you today. I hope that's been of use to you. I hope, you know, if you're a fan of the Heresy, you get a chance to have a read of these 2 books, because they are superb. And if you're not a fan of the Heresy, become one, because they are so good books, and it allows you to understand a lot more about the whole history of the Space Marines and about the Primarchs as well, which is, if you're following the Great Crusade, a really cool help. So again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and I hopefully will bring you some more videos very soon, and yeah, you see you then. All right, thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.